Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So you're on time tonight. So that's good. So I saw Scruffy most of the day. He was hanging out on the deck in different parts. He was near the railing most of the day, so I couldn't get a good shot of him. But I think after yesterday, I think he decided to stay close. So he wouldn't miss his meal. Right? Yeah. Okay, so I got the last of your meaty pate with real chicken and tuna for this can. And kibble and water. So I guess I'll bring it out. So he hissed at me last night when I did that, so he didn't hiss tonight, so that's an improvement. So I'm going to change your water. And I forgot to bring in his old water bowl, so I didn't get a chance to wash it. So I'm running out of bowls. So here's a new bowl. Okay, so I'm going to sit in the chair. Okay, I got the glove on. Are you stretching? Okay, so Scruffy seems to be back to normal. He was acting really funny last night and hissing. So I still don't really understand what happened yesterday. I think my best guess is still he decided to leave the yard late afternoon and got cut off by me watering the plants, and he didn't want to get wet coming back into the yard because he'd have to go through a puddle to get back in, because there's a hole. It's more of a gap, it's not really a hole. There's a gap under the fence that he likes to use to get in and out of the yard. And when I water the plants in that area, that gap will fill up with water. So my best guess is he, was out in the yard, or out in the front, and didn't want to cross the puddle, or the moat. I'm still a little unsure why he would have left the yard so close to dinner. Most of the days now, I see him hanging out here in the backyard, getting ready for dinner. And I've been feeding him early the past few weeks, so you'd think he'd be sticking around here. So my theory doesn't, I think, fit all the pieces. I think there's something still kind of strange about what happened yesterday. So it could be that mystery beast that we were talking about 2 days ago. Maybe that scared him from the yard. But today he has no problem. So I'm not sure why the beast would be a problem yesterday and not any other day. So it was 2 days ago the bowl was spilled. So he keeps stepping on that leaf, makes noise. I think it startles him. Now it's stuck to his tail, the leaf. Now, whoops. Now it's scraped it off on my leg. Wow, lifted both feet for that one. So the weather was very similar to yesterday. So clear skies, hot sun, but the ambient temperature was a little bit cooler than the previous days. So I thought about going out for a bike ride early today, but I had things I needed to do, so I didn't really get free till around noon. And then I checked the weather, and it actually started getting hotter than originally forecast. And then the forecast said it would actually cool down a little bit in the afternoon, so I felt I'd be better off probably waiting till the afternoon to go for my bike ride. And I also needed to mail some things, so wanted to get all the letters ready to be mailed so I could take it out on my trip with me and then put my letters in a mailbox while I'm out. So I went out kind of late afternoon, and I was going to go to the post office first to drop off my mail. And then I completely forgot I was supposed to go to the post office, and I took the wrong route. And it doesn't get me close to the post office, the route I took. And so I had to remember coming back to take that route so I'd get past the post office. So I missed the mail drop for the day, or pickup time. So on my ride today, seemed kind of quiet. Still a little hot for me, so I stayed off the exposed mountainside. Since it was later in the day, there's more shade. It wasn't that cool in the shade, but at least it wasn't miserable. So I ended up doing my hill climb number 3, which is the one on the other side of the valley. And I went down the not-so-secret entrance back into the park. It looked like they were doing more brush clearing, and to get to the not-so-secret entrance, it's actually kind of in this hidden grove. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's not accessible through like any main road. You have to basically get onto a sidewalk and then get off the sidewalk and go into dirt, and then there's a small canyon. Canyon's too little too strong, but it's like a grove or a a small crater, and it's not clearly marked at all, and it's all dirt trails, and the main way people, I think, get in is through a dirt trail that is hidden behind some, I think they're mailboxes for the people who live up there. But there's actually, because it's like a grove, because, you can get in 360 degrees from other directions. But the direction I was coming from, which was not near the mailboxes, usually there's a little dirt trail that goes down a steep decline into the grove or the canyon or whatever, and the people who were cutting all the trees left a whole bunch of branches and piles of things that needed to be cleared out, blocking that descent in. So I basically couldn't go in that way, and I had to go around to where the mailboxes were and pass through to that section of the secret entrance. Okay, Scruffy, I think you're probably ready for food, huh? Oh, I think that was a purr. Okay, let's get your food. Okay. So in the park, let's see, I saw there's some squirrels in the middle of the sidewalk. And there was one squirrel that wanted to play chicken with me. It looked like it was just chilling out in the middle of the sidewalk. Legs spread out, flat on its stomach, just asking to be roadkill. He saw me. And I slowed down, and I was trying to make sure I didn't run over him. And I was trying to steer around him, but I was kind of expecting him to move off the middle of the sidewalk into the brush, because that would be the safer thing to do. And so I didn't want to move too much to the sides, because I thought he might take off, and then while I'm on the sides, he would then run under my tire. But he wanted to play chicken, so he just stood his ground. And so kept slowing down, and then eventually I had to pass him, and he stood his ground. So the roll past him. He was cut off from the brush, so he had to stay on the sidewalk as long as I was there. But he didn't seem to mind. So, very brave squirrel. And then, let's see, I saw a group of quails. I think there may be about 6 of them. And they're all running in the brush on the hillsides. So this trail is up a kind of a mountain, and so there's one side of the cliff that goes up, one side of the cliff that goes down, and a lot of brush on the cliff. And so there are a lot of dry leaves right now, and they make a lot of cracking noises. And I was very surprised at how loud these quails are running through the brush, because as I was approaching, I could hear all this rustling on my bike, and I thought it was a bigger animal. I thought maybe it was a deer running through the brush. So I actually slowed down and stopped, basically to take a look around and see if I could see the deer. And instead I see 6 different quails in all different directions running around on the leaves, making a lot of noise. Yeah, it's really funny watching a quail run. Very awkward looking. I would think, yeah, they'd use their wings to fly up or something, and I'd think, yeah, they'd be lighter foot about moving and try not to attract the attention of predators. But no, these quails are just tromping through all the leaves. So that was funny. And then on my way out of the park, there was a deer in somebody's driveway. And that deer was just chilling out, watching me roll by. So then on my way home, I remembered to stop at the post office. So I mailed my letter, but yeah, I missed the pickup time for the rest of the day, so oh well. So the weather, according to the forecast, is going to heat up starting tomorrow again, so we're probably facing another mini heat wave. So I'm not looking forward to that. I was actually thinking I was going to take a rest day today, or a recovery day today, but because the weather is going to heat up again, today was supposed to be cooler, figured I better take advantage of it now. So I was actually a little tired on my bike ride. My interval run wasn't that great yesterday either, so I think I'm really overdue for a rest or recovery day. So I think Scruffy's eating slower tonight. I don't think he's as hungry. It's probably because he ate so late last night. And I think there was a little bit of extra food last night and the night before, actually. And then he had a couple treats last night as well. And that's right, there's a lot of food under that big ball. So I was talking about fixing my calculator a few days ago. So I was waiting for a software update on my computer. It's taken a really long time, so I decided I would try to fix a scientific calculator that I have that I really like, but the buttons were not working in a couple of cases. So the number 5 was not working, the multiply button was not working, and a couple of the more advanced functions, so 2 of the memory buttons and 1 or 2 of the scientific features. I was using this one for grocery shopping the other day, so I don't really need the scientific features, but I really like the memory features of this calculator, which is why I wanted to use it. And of course, the multiply function is really useful, and The number 5 is actually really, really useful, especially when you talk about buying groceries. So anything that's, you know, ends in 5 cents, which, you know, so something 95, or something that's 50 cents, or something that's $5 and something cents. So that was really awkward to use without those working buttons. So I dissected the calculator, hoping I could try to fix it. So my first hope was maybe it was just a dying battery, because I think the batteries are still the original, and it's a really old calculator. So, to its credit, yeah, they built back then when this calculator was made. They actually that was that sweet spot when things were actually built to last still, and but the technology was becoming advanced enough where things were starting to become very power efficient as well. So I was hoping maybe some rubbing alcohol on the buttons, if the battery wasn't the problem, would also fix the problem. And nope. So Scruffy's not sticking around, I think. Okay, folks, I think I'll end it here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.